day one of me starting with a more lighter account. I have many live accounts, but I'm going to start with a lighter account, size down, and build this up over the next year. So I'm going to journal everything down here in Discord, all my trades, my risk management system, how much I risk, so on and so on. So you can see everything, how much I go in with, and exactly how much I'm winning per trade, losing per trade in percentage wise. So you could see everything and you could use it for your own system. So again, the market is very volatile. We have to be very careful. We saw a big reaction up, then we saw the same reaction down again. So today we are trading at 21,200. That's exactly insane. So we just went up with almost 3,000 points, highs to lows. I'm pretty sure this is an overreaction. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see selling pressure, but that's not what I'm gonna hope for or live with. I'm just gonna trade based on one simple thing, and that's momentum and these simple candlesticks, and be very focused on cutting losses. So I'm risking 1% per trade of my overall bankroll. Not overall bankroll, like, don't understand me wrong. Like, as you know, I have many brokers, many live accounts, but on this specific account I just created here to show transparent what's really possible and to journal everything down as an experiment that I'm doing with myself and you. But I'm risking 1%, okay, on each trade. On average, I'm probably gonna have a stop loss of 30 to 50%, 30 to 50 points, okay? So it's gonna be a quick scalping. Again, let's give the market some time here. Let the market digest. We just saw a huge push for the Nasdaq, for DAX. All the markets is actually rallying like crazy. It's gonna be fun to see if this is really gonna continue or if we're gonna see a reaction down. So currently strong support here. Again, this is like a casino. It's totally like gambling if we do not focus on what's in our control, and that's risk management. So be very careful. They could really push the market. Regarding today's news, we're gonna have some core CPI, consumer price index. So we're gonna have news 1 hour before market opening. That's also gonna give us a clear direction. If these news is very bad, we might gonna see a reaction down. The only reason why the market went up is because Trump told us to buy yesterday and it's a good time to buy. And then he put these on a hold. So big push down. Let's see here. So this was an overreaction, and now we just see a reaction down. I could consider going for a light short, but again, it's very risky. So if I want to do something, I could maybe consider going for a light short if we're gonna break below 135. So I will size a little bit down on this one here. Then I'll have a wider stop loss and a wider take profit, and I can always exit it. I can always close it very quick if it doesn't work out. But again, very risky. Be very careful. We see some sort of like support around here, so we could see a pushback. I'm gonna go for a light long here. It's currently trading at 60, 50, 52. So let's see if they push the market back. Nope. They could choose to dump it here. Moving stop loss down, it's a lighter position. Let's see if they're gonna push it or if they're gonna sell it off. If we break below 100, it's a short for me, and that's where I have my stop loss. Again, it's a lighter position. Wow. Be very careful here. They could really push the market down. I wouldn't say it's a 50-50, but it's just very risky when there's no really signs of any momentum either up or down after this big push, right? So we might see a reversal, we might see some pushback, but again, we could also sell below 100 and then that's a short. Again, be very careful here. They could really dump the market, but they could also push it back. So I'll move my stop loss up here to 11. Let's see here if they choose to push it above or if they will dump it. It could easily sell off from here all the way below 100. Then I will cut losses immediately. If they're gonna push it above, then I'm also gonna cut my wins at some point. Overall target could be around the 400. I think that's not super realistic in the next couple of minutes. So resistant at 153. Will they really sell it back? They might. All the way back to maybe 100 or even lower. If we zoom out, you could also see we saw a big push, so we might also see a reaction back. I'm not saying we're going to come back to where we came from, but it could sell back maybe 50%, maybe to 20,500. Again, let's be careful here. Strong rejection at this bar here. So if we break above the previous higher week for the candle where we saw some support, that's a strong sign. If we break below this trend line, the 100, then we might gonna sell off, but let's see here. It's tough to predict, but we don't want to move stop losses. We want to cut losses and keep losses small. No progress below, no progress above. There's no signs of any direction here. It's very risky. Again, if we break above the previous higher week for the first candle is a strong sign. And we did that right there. Let's see if we're gonna hold momentum. If we hold momentum, I'm moving my stop loss up here to 44. And then I'm gonna maybe exit this one here. Let's exit. I just exit this one at 83. Currently trading at 184. So let's do a full breakdown of the trade. So it sold off, it established some support. So we have higher lows of the previous lows. We got not below 100. I moved my stop loss back up. This could have been a losing trade. If we just got little selling pressure here, I wouldn't say we was lucky that we did not got it. So very volatile. Again, let's follow the momentum. Let's make sure we're not trading against the trend. So again, the trend is pointing up, but we just saw some massive selling pressure. We saw some support right here. So for me to consider, I might do another trade here. But for me to consider going for a short, we have to break below 100. So that's a short sign for me. You're more than welcome to close your long if you did long. So this is the first trade of day one of me going from 20K to 20 million in trading profits. Be careful, this could be an overreaction. I might consider shorting this one here because of this big push. I think it's an overreaction on a short time frame. But again, be careful, it could easily push above 75 and 300. But I might consider going in for another position here. I would like to take a short back to 100, and if we break below 100 smooth and we come back to 0.50, then I could move my stop loss maybe to 100, and if I was short around here, then I will be 100 points up, and I can just let this one run to 900 or even 100, right? So I'm considering going for a lighter short position here with a tight stop loss. Again, we have to be very careful because the market is showing strong support, strong momentum afterwards. So let's be very careful. I'm gonna go for a light short here at 194. Could be a quick scalp. I think I'm gonna exit this one. It's just a little quick scalp. In the book, exit at 180. Again, I can combine holding setups. Okay, unlucky. But I can combine scalping and I can combine holding positions. But one thing and one rule I have is I'm not gonna move my stop loss, okay? Doesn't matter if I trade with a 10K account, a 100K account, a 2 million, a 5 or $10 million account. I shouldn't be moving my stop loss, and I should focus on cutting losses, and I should focus on great risk management. So look like a short here if we can break below. If we're gonna push back, I'll take a short. I mean, if we can just push back maybe to 180 or 170. So I'm very close to go for a short. I'm just a little afraid of that they could push the market back to 200 or 250. Then I will get stopped out and lose unnecessarily funds. So currently support. I'm not allowed to take any trades in 7 minutes, so I want to keep it very simple here. DAX to me looks very weak. I could consider going for a light short position. Let's see here. I'm going for a light short position. Again, this could act as support, so they could push it back. So let's see here. Be very careful. Do not make the beginner mistake that everyone else is making, and that's why we should hold each other accountable. Don't short at lows. Don't short at support. I mean, you want to short if it's going to break below, but break below could be a fake out, so it could break below and then come right back, and then you're getting stopped out, and then they could sell it off. So if it's going to sell it off within the first 30 minutes twice, so if they're going to sell it off in the next 7 minutes 2 times below, then it's a short. We should just be very careful and just wait. because it is a short. On a longer time frame, that might come a reaction all the way back, as you can see here. If I do any trades, let's say I take a trade now and I choose to hold it, it's normally against my strategy, but that's going to be one of my systems, one of my strategy to really grow this account safe is when I see a big push up, we might gonna get a reaction back. So I could go in for a lighter position, and then I will let you know exactly how much I risk, how much I go in with, and my target. But I could consider going in for a light short and just hold it. So then I'll size down. I'll just hold it because this is a complete overreaction. It just sold off 500 points from highs. Again, it could bounce below, and that's what we could see here. So the market is also turning around. Very wild. Again, this could act as support, and the market could even rise more from here. But I will go in for a light short here. It's currently trading at 92. I went short at 85. I'll exit this one here. If we can push more down here. Let's see here. What I'm gonna do is, if I see another big push, I'll move my stop loss to break even. So if I see a push below 50, I'll move my stop loss to break even. Let's see here if we get the push. No push. It's bouncing right back. It could come up here. Nasdaq is also pushing, but it's kind of like holding. I'll exit this one here. I just exit this one here. I went short at 84. I exited at 72. I'm not saying it's not going to break below. I'm not going to say we're not going to have a big red candle. I'm just saying we have to be a little careful here. I'll go for another light short here. If we can push back, so everyone here is probably buying, so we have to be very careful here. I mean, the market could easily retrace back to the previous highs. That's what I told you. I told you exactly that this is what we're gonna see. I'm not allowed to take any more trades in 2 minutes. That's my system. That's what I'm going to focus on. So I'm going to be extremely, extremely, extremely disciplined. Let's see here. I will go for another short now. Get ready for placing a short. Again, they could push the market back, and we have to be careful. They could push everything back again. So be careful again. You could push it, but else we're just gonna take a light short again. Gonna go for a short here at 38. It's very risky. Again, they could push the market back. Just be aware of the risk, okay? So there's no really progress below. This is very risky. Big push again. No progress. Classic that we're selling at lows, but let's see here if we're gonna get some momentum or if it's gonna bounce right back again. I'll exit this one here if we get a second push, not because I don't want to hold it or not can hold it. Of course I can hold it, it's just very risky. They try to push the market back from 50, maybe back to 250. So if we do not see any selling pressure, it's a weak sign. I'm gonna exit this one here, guys, at 33. I am not gonna trade more. If I take a trade, I will let you know, but I'm not allowed to take more trades now, so I exit short. I'm not allowed to take any more trades. We passed 30 minutes and all trades was in green today. Keep it simple.